Nothing that I care to not do on camera. From the highest peak.
Here we go.
Good evening. We are beginning the planning board meeting for Wednesday, July 16th at 6:00 p.m. So we'll have an official call to order. Present is Roger Moreau, Harvey Maycumber, James Barron, and John Pepin. So we have a quorum. I'm going to review correspondence first. The notice of the site walk subdivision, which is just an initial walk for Maple Crest and Fenderson Roads, which Roger and I and Harvey attended with the applicants and a neighbor. There's also a permit from Saco River Corridor Commission for Keyser Commons. Looks like it's an extension.
Fire escape and a deck. That's the only thing I didn't worry about.
So they're asking for the deck we didn't know about originally.
Right.
I believe
That's-
the applicant is seeking a first-time extension to a permit to establish mixed use of existing building, construct a fire escape deck, and continued use of septic holding tanks.
Said I never remember okaying decks. Not that we have the review.
So they have until September 30th to discontinue, and it has to be discontinued. So it looks like they were approved with Saco River Corridor Commission, but I don't believe they've been before this board for an approval or an extension on their approval from us, which ended on July 1st. And then we have a notice to Roger
Yeah.
It's been changed.
from for finding a decision in fact
Finding of
to
fact.
Kimberly Robichaud. Was this the one I emailed today?
Yeah, so
So that's been dealt with. And
with
we're,
that correction, I'll send them.
okay, so we'll correct that. And that can be sent. Will you email her tonight?
Yep.
Thank you. You're the best. Does anybody have any comments or questions regarding these correspondence? Which we can review at our next meeting. Under old division, old business, there is a subdivision pre-app, but there's no one here to discuss that, so I think we can move past that. Yep.
I left it on there when I hadn't got anything from them, but to just, again, to mention the sidewalk.
Yep, I will type you some sidewalk notes up, which I mentioned earlier, which was fairly uneventful. And that opens our floor for new business, which we currently don't have any new business right here. I do think pending some things going on with lack of code enforcement and some of our subdivisions that are coming before us, we should have a workshop on August 6th. Does anybody else disagree?
Not at this time.
Does anybody want to make a motion?
I make a motion, we schedule the workshop for Wednesday, August 6th
6 p.m.
at 6 p.m.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
I will not be here.
Okay, we'll write you some notes.
Thank you.
Which brings us to open to public questions, which I believe would be you two ladies. So a couple of us know who you are, but if you'd introduce yourselves to the board.
Hey, I'm Debbie Alves, live at 13 Emery Road in Oxford.
And I'm Wendy House.
Okay. And you're here regarding,
We put in a variance for a deck in the back of our house.
okay,
And I guess because of where we are on the zoning map, and we only have a 3/4 of an acre lot, that is saying 50 feet, well, the house was built at 52 feet. So, we have to get approval, and we started this process Mother's Day, actually. Jesse came to the house, and then, we
Submitted our paperwork
with
May 27th,
the checks have been cashed,
June 4th.
and we haven't heard, and I understand, Jesse is no longer with you guys and that you're looking for a replacement. But we haven't, I mean, I don't know, it's like,
We submitted all the paperwork for the variance. We submitted a letter from Dave Porter, who owns the golf course. He walked around because he's in a butter on one side. We contacted the Emery Road Association to find out the name of the abutter behind us, who would it would involve. We submitted the email correspondence between us and him, and he said he had no problems with us putting up a deck, right at the immediate back of our house. We had to submit a hardship paper, which we did. If you're facing the house, our intention is to put a deck on the back right-hand corner, which the land kind of slopes down. So we're looking for easy access to come out of the back of our house onto the property that's, kind of level, or not even come off it at all, just to sit on the back
Right.
and enjoy our backyard. Nothing fancy, nothing big and huge, a 16 by 16 deck. That's it.
Did you say you submitted that paperwork on May 27th?
Correct.
And do you remember, you submitted a check as well?
Yes, the checks were dated on the 27th. They went into the bank, I believe, on the 29th, and they went through our bank on June 4th, as they were cashed.
Have you seen any of this paperwork?
So I have half an answer for you.
Okay.
So I did receive a PDF copy last week, and that was the first I'd seen of it,
Who did you get that from?
from the selectmen. The PDF copy that I have is incomplete. I haven't seen the actual physical copies of the application, and I need to work with the appeals board to get a meeting scheduled.
So this is an appeals board matter anyway.
It is, a variance like this has to go before the appeals board.
Was that sent to you on behalf of the appeals board or for the select or for the planning board?
So the planning email is for both ZBA and planning board.
Okay.
It was sent from a specific selectman to all the selectmen, me and Tom, who is the chair of the ZBA.
Okay. Do you have any idea of when you're gonna have that meeting scheduled?
I do not. I gotta email Tom and figure out advertisement and schedule for everybody.
So it looks like you've done your due diligence, very much so. And unfortunately, a deck easement is the purview of the appeals board, which is not us. Desiree actually is the secretary for both, and she's seen,
Technically, I'm not. I'm helping until somebody.
she's assisting until they find a administrative assistant. So I'm writing the selectmen a letter as we speak right now. Do you have any did you get any paperwork or correspondence back from Jesse regarding your hardship?
no, when I called Jesse said, he spoke to the secretary and, he said that he needed to explain more about the hardship.
Okay.
And then we did that. In fact, I even came in with Jesse, and that's when I wrote out the check and all the paperwork.
So it's probably across the hall and it never actually got over here.
And Jesse accepted your hardship?
Honestly, we don't know, Saban.
Okay.
We really don't. I mean, I called them, he told me that, I came in, we filled out all the paper, no, actually, I'm wrong. I came in, I filled out all the paperwork, we wrote the check, and we also got a permit to put a deck in. A shed. And he gave me that on the spot. And then he said he would, and then I called him like Jesse, because he said I would hear from somebody in an email when to come in front of the board. And I said, Jesse, I haven't heard anything, and it was a couple of weeks. And he said, the secretary said that the hardship wasn't explained well enough and you need to redo it. So
So all 4 of the hardships had to be filled out,
so
if
we
I remember right.
did all of that.
Okay, so,
And that was all done through email,
okay,
okay? And then I've spoken to Deb, and I have sent the paperwork to Deb as well.
okay,
Because she couldn't find any of the paperwork.
okay. So I saw it before the hardships were filled out, but I haven't, other than what I just got an email, I haven't seen it since. So that's why I haven't reached out to you to schedule anything. So I'm wondering if the actual physical application is in one of the other offices, which I can't get into. So Saban's gonna email him, but I will also follow up and try to get the hard copy of that application because I need to be able to send the full application to the ZBA. So like I said, there's a couple pages missing from what was scanned, and I'm sure it's just double-sided and it wasn't scanned double-sided. And then from there, I reach out to the board, offer a couple dates, see what everybody's availability is to get something scheduled.
Okay, we'd appreciate it, because I guess I was a little concerned because of the paperwork, the missing paperwork.
Right.
Now, to be honest with you, it was like an unsettlement inside me saying, was this actually presented or not? Because, you know, there wasn't really a good answer to me.
Down there.
So you guys don't have contractors or anything like that? You're not lined up?
We can't, I mean, we had a contractor and he was like, when are you gonna do it? When are you gonna do it? Because, you know, they're getting booked up.
Right.
If we don't get permission,
And I
the
even told
contractor's gonna
Jesse
pay.
that too, and it was like,
Okay, was just curious. Thanks.
So Jesse, before he wasn't with us anymore, discussed this with me and told me that they had come back in a second time and they had met their hardship requirements. They just had to go before the ZBA to get the actual approval.
So the paperwork is floating around someplace then?
Debbie's desperate.
so I figured we'd come in today and find out, you know, get some answers.
You said you filled the paperwork online?
Check with,
Oh, he came in.
check with Debbie. and-
So
You have-
Put it online?
Actually,
Did he give you any copies of your paperwork?
you know, I'm old, but
have
I
some of it.
swear to God that he gave me copies of that. In fact,
The
I
variance
paid,
paperwork.
right, I paid for the copies, actually.
Right,
And I'm pretty organized, I can't find those papers. I can find the permit for the shed, but I can't,
I am sure they're here, but if you ladies would investigate further, if you could find your copy. But if you have the final paperwork you did that last time,
That's what we're missing.
yeah.
that's what we're missing. In fact, he took out some papers and he gave me, you know, all the other lots that, and I filled it out for him while he was telling me, you know, I'm gonna make up L something and I filled all that out for him. Together we did that in his office.
So I've sent an email to the selectmen and requested that they, even though I have a feeling they're not going to advise us because it's actually a ZBA matter, but either advise us or you very soon on how you're going to proceed.
Yeah.
And we'll see if we can help track down your paperwork, which,
That might be tricky because it was a one conversation where Jesse said he was looking for it and he said that he didn't have it, so we thought maybe it was in the office, but whoever in the office keeps that kind of paperwork or is supposed to do something with it, that person was off for a few days on vacation and so I don't even know really.
Yeah, I've been off quite a bit lately. I work remotely for my full-time position and I travel almost every weekend out of state. So there are multiple weeks where I'm gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday. So I'm actually headed on the road tomorrow.
So the paperwork could be anywhere.
So honestly, I can tell you.
it's in this building.
It's in this
Check
building.
the bathrooms.
We'll locate it.
I can guarantee it's in one of 3 places. It's either in Jesse's office, the selectman's office, or the
Should be on
town
his
clerk's
computer.
office.
Mm.
It's gotta be one of those 2 places. It's just getting our hands on it while the office is open, making sure that we get the full application. From there, I can tell you the next part of the process is to find out the availability of the ZBA members. There are 4 of them right now. It's usually a Wednesday or a Thursday night, maybe a Friday, even though the office is closed. Depending on when I can get the ad to the Shoppers Guide, the meeting will be 7 to 14 days after that. So if, the hypothetical is if I could get a ad into next week's Shoppers Guide on the 23rd, we could have a meeting anywhere after the 31st of July. So it would be 2 weeks to get you a meeting in front of the ZBA. From there, it's another anywhere from 2 weeks plus to have another meeting because they might wanna come out and see the site. I wanna see, like, post where the deck is gonna be to see what the distances are.
When you go before the ZBA, make sure you have any paperwork you can, photos. You talked to your butters. I believe I've seen a letter from the golf course to you.
Yes,
Did you talk to your HOA
yes.
and they didn't have any issues? So if you have that in email, bring that as well. The more information that might help you expedite the process that you've been caught up in way too long as it is. And we'll follow up tomorrow on my emails. I'll make a call over here and see if I've angered anyone or ruffled feathers or got things moving, either way.
But it usually is at least 2 meetings in front of the ZBA.
God, answer a question for me because,
We can try.
okay. When that checkup process, that paperwork had to be with that check, am I correct?
It should have been.
I also emailed the town clerk and asked her if she had it.
So usually.
I mean, you were the chairman
CEO
of the
gets the
ZBA,
application, signs
right?
off on it.
Yeah.
Is there a set time from when they paid
We'll
that
also
that it
sign
has to
off
be
that
heard
they
by?
Received it and takes the payment.
I don't think so.
From there,
There's
it's
no-
usually
Like
scanned
any-
and sent
There's
to
no
me
time
with a hard
clock,
copy
like
is
60
left.
days.
Either I pick it up in the office or
Something like
it's left
that.
on my desk for the next meeting, and then from there, I start the ball rolling.
So
That's when Desiree wasn't driving.
So I got,
It's got moved.
I got like every other
Yeah.
page from your application in a PDF from the select board. So again, I'm thinking it was double-sided and they just didn't see that, didn't scan it double-sided. Again, it's gotta be in one of those offices and it just didn't get the
Well, if it
hard
was scanned to you
copies-
from the select board, the select board has it,
Right, so
which I emailed them.
just the hard copy never got laid on my desk. And these are a different application, but it would have been left, should have been left on my desk for me to sign off on, process, send out to the board members.
Okay, great.
We will advise you if we get any notice before. Hopefully you'll hear from the town directly, but if not, we'll try not to overstep ourselves, but help you however we can.
We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
I don't think, unfortunately, there's a set deadline on when they have to rule on this. Like, there's some things in the town that you have to rule on within 60 days, but I don't
The
believe
first
that's one of
meeting
them.
isn't set.
So where we submitted it technically on May 27th. How long is, does the permit start when you guys agree to it? Whether it's.
The permit starts when it's approved.
Okay. And it's good for how long?
So,
So we don't have to have somebody build in.
yes, a variance, if a variance is approved, it goes with the land. So even if you guys decide not to build a deck, if we approve the variance, let's, God forbid, something happens to you.
There's no
you decide not
expiration.
to- not to
Okay.
build a deck,
So
it
if-
would follow.
If things got really waylaid and we go,
And you're
Yeah,
gonna,
we'll do it.
we're gonna do it till spring, yeah, you would be fine. Your approval lasts, it goes with the land, with the property, so even if you didn't do it and you wanted to sell it with the permit,
perfect.
not that you're
So-
going to, you just moved in, but you never know, there's a rowdy crew up there.
Right there.
Oh, God.
If you wouldn't mind, if you don't mind printing, your email address on, that sign-in sheet,
Okay,
because that's my easy way of contacting you, is send you an email, say, this is when the meeting is, that way it's, I can send you a hard copy if you like, but the email is, we can go back and forth. So if you just put your email on that sign-in sheet, I'll make sure I hang on to it, add it to the application when I get the hard copy.
perfect.
You know, and I guess, David, I'm not sure if we asked the association for the deck. We asked permission for the trees and stuff, but we also asked permission to the owner that abuts our land for the deck. But I'm not sure about the association.
And you may not need that, I just asked that to,
Yeah,
I didn't see anything on the deck.
yeah, I don't think we
Yeah, we
did.
spoke to Karen, who gave us the information
For
for
the gentleman.
Joe Richardson.
Yeah, for Mr. Richardson.
Yeah,
I saw the emails for the trees.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything on the deck.
the deck was with Joe, that much I do
Yeah.
know.
And I sent Deborah your email address, so you don't have to do that, but you're all set.
You have both of ours? Perfect.
Did you get done?
I've been getting some letters from you.
Very sneaky.
Not a lot goes on in my neighborhood I don't know about.
So thank you very much for your
Yeah,
time.
thank you.
Thank you. We're sorry we can't be more help, but we'll do what we can to
Hey, it's a
execute.
start.
We're sorry about the radio silence. We're kind of in the dark as well.
You know, so this just makes a good story.
That's,
You know, once we tried to get a deck, but it only took us 14 months.
yeah, that's right.
Story tells.
No, there you go. Hopefully you'll hear from someone this week.
All right, perfect.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys. Thank
Thank you,
you.
ladies.
Good day.
Take care.
Thanks.
Please, there. So it's okay.
That would require a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, I have one question.
Oh,
That would require Harvey to ask us a question.
yes, it would.
Wait a minute, I gotta think now. As far as the meeting on the next workshop, was he supposed to bring us a new map? Was he bringing us something?
Who?
People from the last site walk we had.
They gave it to us at the site walk, but I think that was a preliminary meeting that it'll be included in their next packet. They showed the wetlands and the variation on the topography.
So what will we be doing with it?
So the next meeting, I don't even know if they're on the next agenda. The next meeting is a workshop. It doesn't really have anything to do with a specific application. But that was just a sketch plan application.
Right.
So they have to give us a much more complete, including that map you requested, which I unfortunately didn't bring my copy. Did you bring yours? They did have copies when we did the site walk.
Yeah.
John, did you have yours with you?
I have one here.
Do you have your copy of the map from the site walk? It's still, they had all of the roads staked out and the corner lot staked out. And they denoted some wetlands, which are more runoff and natural. So you have the same one, Harvey.
Oh, you got that one.
It's the same one.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is upside down.
There you go, Dan. Thank you.
I wasn't there.
Okay, so we're going to approve the application.
Oh, we gotta get a real application. This is all preliminary.
Yeah, they haven't even submitted their second
They
phase.
haven't got their film
Do
recording.
they have to do anything for fire protection for a pond or anything?
That's a question I had too.
Fire pond, so.
Do they?
Gun houses in there.
I believe.
Well, there's 10 houses, means a lot
We
around.
can make it a
Yeah,
condition.
I've got a problem with
John,
that.
we can make it a condition of approval, especially where there's not a real.
Because I thought I saw somewhere in the subdivision ordinance that you had to have some type of fire protection.
I think we should review those ordinances.
It's a workshop. Over 4,
Yeah.
like a major subdivision.
Yeah, I think it's over 3 is a minor subdivision, and anything over 3, I think is a
Well, things like
major.
that.
It's just another well with a hydrant on it.
Because I don't see a place where they would have drawn that in for fire protection.
It wasn't in the map they showed us.
Fund that they have access to it.
That very back.
Part of town.
Got my regular books. It causes me more problems. I can't seem to find it ever. I think in the workshop, if we peruse these subdivision rules, it would be a good idea.
Yeah, page
Definitely.
to the.
We're at page 32, you said?
32D.
32D talks about ponds and dry hydrants.
Water supply.
You get the top.
That refers to the comprehensive plan.
Right. cutting awards located in conjunction with the plan.
Yeah. So the fire chief has to waive it before we can.
Dry hydrants, yeah. So we need somebody else involved.
They had done their test pits for their septics and wells, and those had come back fine, which those tests would be part of their next application.
Does the road commissioner, where does he come into doing those?
He has to approve the driveways. Because there's
If they're gonna
their
draw-
main driveway and then three driveways off Fenderson.
Curb cuts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one neighbor that was present that was just concerned about the amount of traffic it would bring. Which I urged him to send his concerns by email or come to a meeting.
And then if you go back to page 31, water supply.
Okay.
They're gonna have, board is going to have to go through Article 11 and make sure that everything there is covered.
All right, do we want to reassess that motion to adjourn?
Tell me.
I make a motion, we adjourn?
I'll second it.
All in favor? So adjourned.